billboards, ads, and social media campaigns, companies all over the world getting on board with Black Lives Matter. But critical observers have smelled hypocrisy from day one.
These companies, which rely on extraction and exploitation to secure their profits, have an incentive to form tight bonds with police forces, which function to uphold and protect their interests in the face of community opposition. In many states, these companies go so far as to back laws to criminalize protests of dirty energy projects, such as pipelines, openly weaponizing the police and criminal justice system to protect the profits of the fossil fuel industry and the banks that fund them.
The chief of J.P. Morgan took a knee to support the protesters. Marathon Petroleum was unequivocal in their words.
Marathon Petroleum Corporation stands firmly against racism, intolerance, and hate of any kind. Commemorating the ending of slavery in the US is one way we're encouraging learning and empathetic dialogue among our employees.
Chevron has spoken up too.
Racism and brutality have no place in America. Yet these incidents still occur.
Inequality in treatment for no reason other than the color of skin is a stain American society has not yet erased.
We reject systemic racism. We support diversity, equity, and inclusion.
But one of the key demands of the protesters is defund the police.
Defund! Police! Defund! Police! When I say defund, you say police! Defund! Police! Defund! Police! Right, so we're here to say that enough is enough.
A report from the Public Accountability Initiative reveals that fossil fuel and utility companies, as well as financial institutions, have been contributing to law enforcement for years. J.P. Morgan Chase is an official corporate partner of the police. The bank has given $4.6 million to the New York City Police Foundation. Police foundations across the country, in places like Chicago, Philadelphia, and New York City, have been showered with corporate money. Money from the same corporations, such as Marathon, Wells Fargo, and J.P. Morgan, that now claim suddenly they are woke.
Furthermore, these companies sponsor events and galas that celebrate the police and remind the public that police power is backed up by corporate power.
It looks very good to shell out money in the name of equality. But will money speak louder than words when companies claim to support Black Lives Matter, but then fund the police?
I think that they're placing wagers and bets on all sides. That is to say that I'm sure these petroleum companies, they feel that police departments buy their products, and they believe that Black Lives Matter folk buy their products as well. However, I think that those of us in the movement see this as hypocritical. We see this as inconsistent. And I think ultimately it could backfire against these corporations. I think it's certainly a PR moment, and none of us are fooled by it. That is to say, it takes more than 2 months of sympathetic statements and postings on Facebook to reverse an ugly history